Oh, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. For everyone who's here live or who's watching on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're seeing this. Hi, I'm Sophia Lucia Perola with Garden State Film Festival. It is the 22nd annual Garden State Film Festival from March 21st to March 24th. You can check out 200 films screening from 14 countries in Asbury Park, New Jersey and Cranford, New Jersey. And one of the films you can check out is a short documentary homegrown here in New Jersey called The Troger Heat. Here to talk with us is the writer, director, producer, and co-founder of the Garden State Film Festival, Diane Raver, and these two amazing people who are two of the stars in this documentary, Larry Schmidt and Carl Danish. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Sophia. If I may, it's the Troger Heat.
Troger Heat.
It's named after a legendary surfer at the Jersey Shore, Joseph Troger, who sadly is not with us anymore. It's a
Well, thank
tribute.
Thank you for correcting that because absolutely that is you may and it is extremely important. The Troger Heat, and I'm excited to talk to you guys about it. But before we get into it and you explain even more about this wonderful person and this documentary, can you guys just give us a little intro about who you are, starting with Diane Raver?
Well, I'm Diane Raver. Aside from directing this short documentary, I am the co-founder of the Garden State Film Festival, which has been a great honor and a privilege to bring to my home state.
Thank you, Diane. And Larry and Carl, can you introduce yourselves?
I am Larry Schmidt. I am the president of the Manasquan Board Riders Club, the current organizer for the Manasquan Classic Longboard Contest. We are about to run it for the 10th year. It's been in existence for 30 years, and now I'll let Carl Danish take over because he is the part of the brainchild behind the contest.
I don't know, I'm a brainchild, but anyway, I grew up with Joey, and we grew up surfing together in elementary school, longboards, and then everything. I graduated and stuff, and we've always been in touch with each other. Joey and I have always been best friends. We both got surfboards the first time. We surfed different places. He lived in Seagirt. I lived in Manasquan. We were kids. We didn't have any driver's license, but we finally kind of met a couple times. We knew each other in class. Um, Drew pictures, had a lot of fun, and we surfed together. And as we grew into surfing, the different experiences that we had, we always shared. When he was a little kid, we used to play with little toys in the back of the bait shop in the sand. Then as we grew older and stuff, we used to flounder fish as little kids in grammar school, and then the surfing together. And we got together on so many different occasions as we grew older. We never grew apart. And we both had a love and appreciation of not only the shortboard, but the longboard, which is where we started.
Thank you, Carl. That's lovely. And before we get even more into these stories that you guys experienced and more about what you went through, Diane, can you tell our audiences a little synopsis about what the Troger Heat is about?
Well, again, it's really a love letter from us to Joey Troger, who we are missing. He passed away almost a year ago, but he was one of the founders of the Manasquan Classic Longboard Contest, which I had the privilege of creating this short documentary on their 30th anniversary. And they instituted a heat, which is, I realize some people who aren't surfers don't know what that is. It's a timed competition, and they instituted a heat called the Troger Heat as a special tribute to Joey.
Wow. So when did you guys start to make this documentary? What year? How long did
Well,
it take to make?
the contest happens once a year. It's an annual contest. It's usually, is it 1 week after Labor Day or 2 weeks, Larry?
Usually the Saturday after Labor Day.
Fluctuates.
Between Saturday and Sunday, but that's ideally when we try and run it.
So, Joey passed away in February. Had to get it together and be there in September. It was a very hot September day, but it was good to be with everybody. And again, it was a lovely tribute that the Manasquan Classic Longboard competition did. The Manasquan Board Riders, is that
Yeah, the
correct?
Manasquan Board Riders Club. Yeah.
right, did in behalf of Joe. Now, Carl and I knew Joe all of our lives, so it's
Mm.
again, it's a love letter.
Yeah. What was it like for you guys, especially knowing Joe and everything, making this documentary? I imagine to be very emotional, but what are some of the feelings that what did you experience?
Well, it was bittersweet for me, obviously, but I felt it was important to do.
I wish we had Joey and I had more time together, but every day goes by and life itself goes by so quick. We were together on so many different occasions. We were shaping longboards in the back of the bait shop or whatever. And the stories he had and the stories I had that we shared, I got snagged into being a longboard contest rider and tried to raise some money for and a whole different kind of a thing. $5 here and this and that, whatever was a bet. Then it came to Joey and I and a friend of ours, Paul and Tom, and we realized, something? Let's make it. The contest was first to be nothing for bragging rights. That's all. No trophies, no nothing. Yeah, you can, yeah, whatever. It kind of happens, in any kind of sport or something. And as it went on, the day of the contest, the first contest, which is just bragging rights, no trophies. I got a mahogany cabinet door from a friend of mine, Robbie Zeli. And Joe and I got together. I found an old trophy from an old trophy shop with a longboarder on it, which was never existing anymore. It was metal. And then Joey and I are at the first contest. Here we are putting these little plaques and pieces together at the bait house. And then we raced and we had a little done. We went back up there and did it. But it's like we kind of got it bigger. We had better ideas and stuff built up. And that's what it turned out to be. The person who wins the contest gets this mahogany door. It's really nice cabinet door with the trophies on it, and they get to take it home. And then they only keep it for a year because they have to bring it back for the next contest. So whoever wins it next gets it.
Mm-hmm. And Larry, oh yeah, go ahead, Diane.
If I may, the bait house was a landmark on the Manasquan Inlet in Manasquan for those who are not local to Manasquan.
Fisherman's Cove.
This is all like news to me because I'm from Jersey. I love Manasquan and I don't know any of this stuff. So I'm excited to see this documentary and for other people to see it and learn a lot about.
It's called the Dog Beach now. It's in Monmouth County.
It's not called the Dog Beach. It's Fisherman's Cove. And the bait house, it was very significant to anybody who grew up in the area. And it was owned by Carl's family. And anybody local who had spent time in the area back in the day has a bait house story. Like it's stuff legends are made of. So Carl's sort of playing it down, but it was the Danish family bait house, and there was a lot of great things that went on there and a lot of great memories for a lot of local people.
International surfers had visited the place. It was a Aloha house or something like that, whatever, if you're in the Hawaiian kind of thing, whatever. But all the surfer community would come by and stay for all kinds of different things from all over the world. People and most famous people would stop by. But Joey and I, that was our route and stuff like that. And that's where the longboard contest was born from us.
Wow. I mean, so do we see a lot of these stories and a lot of this history in this documentary? Like
a lot of that was in the first. I did a different film. It was called Love of the Longboard, and I did that at the 20th anniversary. So this one's 10 years later. I didn't repeat a lot of that, but the other one is available, I believe, on the Garden State Film Festival YouTube channel for those who would be interested.
And Larry, tell me about being a part of this documentary. How were you approached to be in it, and what was it like for you to recall all these stories and talk in the documentary?
I don't know how much I talk in the documentary, but Diane and I have been in contact. Joe was a founding member of the Manasquan Board Riders Club. We're coming into our 10th year, and he stepped back, but he's always been a part of it. He's always been a part of the event. He's always been there on the beach and helped us set things up. So when he passed, Diane reached out to me about some other things that we had going on that we wanted to do for Joe. And then this, we as a group, there's 15 of us on the board, had talked about doing this Troger heat. And when Diane heard about that, she picked it up. And correct me if I'm wrong, Diane, but she picked that up and ran with it. So it was really cool to have them on the beach filming that day and interviewing people and shooting, B-roll of the event. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun. And it was great to remember Joe. And, so what the Troger Heat is we invited everybody back who competed in the first event 30 years ago to come surf for free.
Wow.
Like, just come surf in the event. And Carl had mentioned Rob Zeli and the mahogany door. We invited Rob. A lot of people just can't do it anymore. There weren't, I forget how many people were even in it, but Carl was in it, and it was
You were out on the water, Carl? Surfing?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I still, something this past season, whatever, I tried to salt water was like baptismal all the time. To get in the water, to swim or whatever it has to be. And I had to replace tip from about 15 years ago, but to try and still surf and get up and stuff like that, I didn't surf much at all. No, I tried getting up a couple of times towards the end of the season for the contest time, like Carl, get up, whatever. And it turns out it was like the week before, I actually got up 3 times. But whatever you do, play guitar, everybody, whatever sport or something like that, sing, if you don't do something, all of a sudden your instincts kick in, and it lucked out when it came to the contest time. Like the weekend before, I only stood up maybe twice. I tried to stand up at my old age, getting up. And finally, when it came to contest time, I had to use a different board, and it worked out. Something clicked.
Just all comes back.
Sophia, love, I just want to make it clear, and you're going to help me with this, Larry and Carl. To surf this contest, you can only surf a surfboard, a longboard that is 1967 or older. Is that correct?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
So I got my board when I was 12 back then. So I used to surf with Joe Troger and Seegert when I was
Oh
a
my
student.
gosh.
So
What kind of board? Was it a Hobie, a Bing?
a Hobie, Carl. You remember I had a Hobie.
So what if
9
there's some,
foot even? It was the shortest board on Seegert Beach. 9 foot even.
wow, what if there's some like young surfers who want to be in this contest? They have to get their hands on a board that's 1967 or
They
older.
provide them.
Carl has plenty of those
Oh my gosh,
boards.
This
You know,
is amazing. This is
19
amazing that there's a documentary about this, because I never heard of this, and I'm born and raised in New Jersey, and I want to go to watch this, even though I'm definitely afraid of surfboards.
It's fun. It then, like 1967, everybody came in on the shortboards, and everything was kind of wacky. Whatever I had to do, a lot of longboards were cut up and stuff like that. And I surfed since
Joe cut mine. Joe and
Yes.
Jody Jim cut down my longboard. They talked me into it, made me pay $50, and they ruined it.
Wow. Before we run out of time, guys, sorry, Carl, what did you want to mention?
Before we run out of time, it's super important that Carl shows this
Oh,
off.
please.
The Troger Heat was actually won this year by Carl.
Like
I haven't
Carl.
won anything in a long time.
Congratulations.
Now, here's a funny story. Larry gives me this board, okay, and we're sitting in the these are the trophies. And he goes, Carl, can you design something for the Troger Heat? I'm thinking, okay, whatever. I remember pictures of Joey as a little kid. We were like in 7th grade or something like that.
7th grade, yeah.
Surfboards. And I'm going, okay. And I'm remembering a picture that I have of Joey, a couple of them standing in his backyard holding a surfboard. So I'm thinking, okay, so I'm making this picture. And as it turns out, pull it up a little bit closer. This is what I'm drawing in the tent. And what I did here, this is a picture of Joey as a kid holding one of his Bing surfboard, little Bing sticker. And then I think, okay, the Troger trophy. And I'm thinking, okay, I hope whoever wins this enjoys what I drew. I'm sitting in the tent, the contest is going on. So as it turns out, I didn't realize I ended up winning it.
Yeah. So it's safe to say that you do enjoy it.
So I wanted to, but I didn't know how to put and write first place, Carl Danish. So I'm even doing this today in school. Okay. Do I write? I'm asking these coaches and stuff, do I put the here? Do I put it here? Do I put it here? to put first place up top of bottom. Well, anyway, but I had to show you this. We're out of it.
No, we're
Love it.
still.
Oh, we're
I'm trying to shut up the
That's-
dinging.
That's the funny story right here. It's like I didn't know. For this, they haven't figured out. This is all done during the contest for whoever
wow.
won it.
And it was you.
Tribute. Funny story.
I definitely want to ask you, Diane, because obviously you're the co-founder of Garden State Film Festival, which we mentioned. You have a long history of film and TV and commercial work. I actually found out through Lauren, who is here, hi Lauren, and through reading your bio that you were the first woman president of a commercial production company in New York City. So obviously you're a lover of film and the arts. Why do you think it's so important for people to tell stories, especially like yours with this documentary with the Troger Heat? Why do you love film? Why is it so important to continue to tell stories?
Well, the power of the picture is just dramatic. I mean, especially in this day and age of social media and digital media, people don't read newspapers like they used to. Everything is visual, and it's so important that we as a community, and I'm proud to be a part of the Garden State Film Festival, which is on the forefront of freedom of speech and expression in this country, because media outlets are entertainment now. It's good to see issues from all sides, perspectives, and made from someone's heart. So thank you all for giving me the opportunity to fulfill my creative soul and to provide such a wonderful
Tribute.
event for our state. And shout out to Lauren and Kristen and Tatiana and Stephanie and all of the wonderful people that make this happen every year, because certainly the days of me doing it by myself are long gone.
Oh, I mean, it really is. Everyone has so many good things to say about Garden State Film Festival, who I have the pleasure of interviewing. And I love that it just totally shares voices from all around the world, all different levels of experience. And we get to have amazing things like this, the Troger Heat at the Garden State Film Festival. I think it is a wonderful tribute. I didn't even know him, but I'm really excited to see this documentary and hopefully go to next year's Troger Heat for the 31st, the
31st annual.
year. All right.
Saturday
Well, I'll
after
be there.
Labor Day.
Hopefully we'll have a bigger audience after they see this documentary too.
And the film screens, for those of you who want to join us, on Sunday, March 24th at noon.
Yes.
At the Asbury Lanes.
Asbury Lanes. The film block will be 12 to 1:45 p.m. Definitely check it out. I'm sure you'll be there, Diane Raver, Larry and Carl. Are you going to make it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, lovely. So you can meet these amazing people. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. Thank you all for joining me. Congratulations. And I'll see you guys at the festival.
Thank you, Sophia.
Thank you.
Yes. Bye.